Assalamualaikum and good morning. Welcome to Metropolitan Foundation School. My name is Miss Noreen and I will teach you biology online. Today I will discuss MCQs of chapter 1 to 4. First of all, we start MCQs of chapter number 1, that is Introduction to Biology. Introduction to Biology, we study different branches of biology and related these MCQs will be discussed here. MCQs number 1. Biology is the study of option A life, option B matter, option C minerals and option D medicines. Now I will start MCQs of chapter number 1. MCQs number 1. Biology is the study of option A life, option B matter, option C mineral and option D medicine. So students, you remember the word biology is composed of two words. Bio means life and logo means study. It means biology means study of life. In the branch of biology, we study life of different living organisms which exist on earth. So, biology is the study of life. The correct option is option A, that is life. MCQs number 2. Zoology deals with the study of A. Plants, B. Animals, C. Insects and D. Fossils. First of all, we discuss here zoology. The word zoology is composed of zoo and zoo means animals. So in the branch of zoology, we study about animals. So the correct option is option B, that is animals. So students, in the branch of zoology, we study about animals. MCQs number 3. The branch, it deals with the study of plants called. In which branch we study about plants? Option A, botany, option B, animals, option C, insects and option D, fossils. Students, the branch of biology in which we study about animals, that is called zoology, but the branch of biology in which we study about plants, it is called botany. If we observe the word botany, this word botany is composed of Greek word which means plants. Botany means plants. So in the branch of biology, botany, we study about plants, their characteristics and their habitats. I hope students, you understand that in the branch of botany, we study about plants. Next, the study of tissues of plants and animals is called option A, histology, option B, physiology, option C, paleontology and option D, biotechnology. Students, the branch of biology in which we study about tissues of plants and animals, this branch is called histology. So, the correct option is option A, that is histology. Histology is a Greek word and histos means tissues. So, in the branch histology, we study about different tissues of plants and animals. So students, I hope understand that the branch of biology in which we study about tissues of plants and animals, this branch of biology is called histology. Now, we turn next page. MCQs number 5. The study of remote past organic life with the help of fossils is called option A genetics, option B paleontology, option C taxonomy, option D anatomy. First of all, students, we discuss here what are fossils. Fossils are dead plants and animals which exist thousands of years before on earth, but now they are found in the form of fossils. In this branch, paleontology, we study about fossils and dead life which exists thousands of years before. So, the correct option is option B, paleontology. Paleontology is a branch of biology in which we study about fossils. Okay. Now, next, the study of parasites are called option A, parasitology, option B, genetics, option C, taxonomy, and option D, anatomy. The branch of biology in which we study about different parasites like mosquito, roundworms. The branch of biology in which we study about different parasites, this branch of biology is called parasitology. So the correct option is option A, that is parasitology. Next, the study about action of drugs is called option A, pharmacology, option B, microbiology, option C, plants, and option D, zoology. So students, the branch of biology in which we study about action of drugs, this branch of biology is called pharmacology. You know students, several pharmaceutical companies make medicines and drugs, and these drugs is used for the treatment of many diseases. So in this branch of biology which we study about action of drugs, this branch of biology is called pharmacology. Next, it deals with the production of varieties of crops, fruits, vegetables, and dairy products. Option A, agriculture, option B, forestry, option C, farming, option D, horticulture. Students, the branch of biology in which we study about production of varieties of crops, fruits and vegetables and different dairy products, this branch of biology is called agriculture. So the correct option is option A, that is agriculture. It deals with the care and breeding of animals which are beneficial for man. Option A, animal husbandry, option B, farming, option C, forestry, and option D, horticulture. So students, remember it. The branch of biology in which we study the care and breeding of animals. This branch is related with animals. In this branch, we care about animals and breeding of animals which are beneficial for man. This branch of biology is called animal husbandry. Its name indicates animal husbandry. This branch is related with animals, animal care, animal breeding, This branch is called animal husbandry. Next, scientific name of mustard is option A. Brassica campestris, option B. Rana tiglina, option C. Pisimum sativum, and option D. Rosa indica. So students, mustard is a common name, and the scientific name of mustard is Brassica campestris. Scientific name of mustard is Brassica campestris. So the correct option is option A, Brassica campestris. Mustard is a common name and it is locally called sarso. And the scientific name of mustard is Brassica campestris. Now students, I hope you understand MCQs of chapter number 1. Now we discuss MCQs of chapter number 2. That is solving a biological problem. MCQs number 1. Problem solving approach of biology and other sciences called option A. Scientific method, option B. Biological method, option C. Hypothesis, and option D. Deduction. So students, a scientific method is important in which we study different biological problems. This method is called scientific method. So the correct option is option A, that is scientific method. MCQs number 2. Field of research that examine mathematical representation of biological system called field of research that examine mathematical representation in which we present our data with the help of mathematical representation. This mathematical representation is an important part of biological system, and this branch of biology in which we examine mathematical representation of biological system, this branch is called mathematical biology. So the correct option is option B, that is mathematical biology. It is related with mathematical representation of biological system. MCQs number 3. Biological method involves all of the following except. Student, you should know biological method consists of different steps. But in this option, only one is unnecessary. This is not part of step of biological method. Option A, data collection. Option B, observation. Option C, experiment. And option D, proportion. So the correct option is option D, proportion. Why proportion is a correct option? Because proportion is not a part of biological method. Okay. Now, move next. Scientific reasoning moves from specific to general. Option A, inductive. Option B, deductive. Option C, observation. And option D, both A and B. So the students, the correct option is inductive. First of all, we discuss here what is inductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning होती क्या है? I give you one example of inductive reasoning. For example, all the fishes have scales on their body. Shark has a scale on their body. Because they have scales on their body, that's why they are considered as a fish. So it is called inductive reasoning. In inductive reasoning, we move specific to general information. Okay? Got it? Now move next. Quantitative observation is the use of option A, senses, option B, equipment, option C, guess, and option D, ratio. First of all, we discuss here what do you mean by quantitative observation. Quantitative observation means we find out different values. For example, you conduct your practical in your lab, your science lab. You find out different observation in different practicals. And during this experiment which you conduct in lab, you use different equipment such as flask, beaker, screw gauge. This is called equipment. And with the help of equipment, observation was made, that is called quantitative observation. Okay, so the correct option is option B, that is equipment. Quantitative observation was found out with the help of equipment. Okay, now move next. Question starting from that two ratios are equal. कह रहे कि अगर इक्वेशन के स्टार्टिंग के दोनों रेशियो इक्वल है, दैट इज कॉल्ड ए रेशियो, बी प्रोपोर्शन, सी गैस and D senses. So the correct option is proportion. That are called proportion. Okay. Now move next. The comparison of two values called when the difference between two values, this comparison is called option A ratio, option B proportion, option C graph, and option D table. So the correct option is option A ratio. When we compare two values, these are called ratio. Okay. Now move next. What is a hypothesis? Option A, something as an unproven theory. Option B, a tentative explanation that can be tested and is falsified. Option C, verifiable observation, and option D, fact based on quantitative data. So, hypothesis is a tentative explanation that can be tested and is falsified. So, students, what is hypothesis? Hypothesis is a tentative explanation. With the help of hypothesis, we explain different phenomena of life. For example, Plasmodium was observed by scientists with the help of microscope, and when scientists made different research, they observed that this Plasmodium caused malaria. So they give their statement, that is Plasmodium caused malaria. It is hypothesis of scientists. So students, what is hypothesis? Hypothesis is a tentative explanation that can be tested and falsified. This is called hypothesis. Now, next, the cause of malaria is option A, Plasmodium, option B, algae, option C, fungi, and option D, viruses. What is the cause of malaria? The cause of malaria is Plasmodium. So the correct option is option A, that is Plasmodium. Now, students, now we complete MCQs of chapter number 2. Next, we discuss MCQs of chapter number 3. Chapter number 3, that is biodiversity. MCQs number 1. Which is the correct way of writing a scientific name of an organism? Option A, Hopra bustard. Option B, E. coli. Option C, Allium cepa. And option D, Canis lupus. So, students, the correct way of writing is option A, that is Hopra bustard. Students, you should know different rules of nomenclature. When we write a scientific name, first we write generic name and it starts with capital letter. And second name is called species name and it starts with small letter. If we observe option A, Hopra bustard, in which first name, that is generic name, it starts with capital letter, capital H. And second name, that is generic species name, it starts with small letter, small b. So the correct way of writing is Hopra bustard. First letter is capital letter, generic name of generic name, but second name, that is species name, it starts with small letter. Now next, identify the correct sequence of classifying an organism. Option A, species, genus, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family. Option B, kingdom. First we write kingdom, then phylum, then class, order, family, genus and species. Option C, kingdom, phylum, class, family, order, genus, species. Option D, first we write species name, then genus, then class, then phylum, order, kingdom, family. So the correct option we write, so the correct option is option B. First of all we write kingdom, then we write phylum, after phylum we write class, after class we write order, after order we write family, after family genus, and last we write species name. Okay, this is 7 basic unit of classification, and this unit of classification starts with largest unit and end with smallest unit, that is species. Next, all are involved in classification except analogous, homologous, cytology and D genetics. Students, we already discussed the term analogous, homologous, cytology and genetics in previous lectures. In biological classification, all are involved. Analogous character, homologous character, cytological character, only one is unnecessary, that is genetics. So the correct option is option D, that is genetics. Next, in 4 kingdom classification, kingdom Metaphyta includes all of the following except A, algae, B, angiosperm, C, gymnosperm, D, bryophyta. In 4 kingdom classification, all are included. Angiosperm, gymnosperm and bryophytes all are included in 4 kingdom classification. Only one is unnecessary. That is option A, algae. Algae are not included in 4 kingdom classification. So the correct option is option A, that is algae. Now move next. In 5 kingdom classification, virus placed in A, kingdom Monera, B, Protista, C, kingdom Plantae and D, none of this. So students, in 5 kingdom classification, viruses are not placed in any kingdom. So the correct option is option D, none of these. Next, biological name of cat. Option A, Felis catus. Option B, Aza directa indica. Option C, Allium cepa. And option D, Canis lupus. So the correct option is option A, that is Felis catus. Felis catus is a biological name of cat. I hope students you remember it. The biological name of cat is Felis catus. Now move next. Member of which kingdom have cell wall and are heterotrophs? वो members kingdom के जिनके पास that have cell wall and they are called heterotrophs. What they are called? Option A, Mongira. Option B, Protista. Option C, Plantae. And option D, fungi. So the correct option is option D, fungi. Fungi have cell wall that made up of chitin, and fungi are called heterotrophs because they do not make their own food, they depend their food on other organisms. Therefore, they are called heterotrophs. Okay. Now move next. Science of classification is called option A, taxonomy. Option B, biotechnology. Option C, anatomy. And option D, physiology. So students, the correct option is option A, taxonomy. Students, you remember, taxonomy is a branch of biology. It is called science of classification. Why they are called science of classification? Because in the branch of taxonomy, we classify organisms on the basis of similar and dissimilar characteristics into different groups and subgroups. That's why taxonomy is called science of classification. I hope students you understand MCQs of chapter number 3. You feedback these MCQs on their group from 7 to 8 p.m. Okay? And your assignment is you learn these MCQs at home. So students, stay home and save your life. And you give your feedback on your class group from 7 to 8 p.m. Okay? Thanks.